Hello, it's me, Keith, ReActormator. I am here for you to watch with me one of my favorite movies. So I made myself all special and I wore different glasses and I put on special lights because this is one of my favorite movies from 1981. It's called Shock Treatment. It's the sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Brad and Janet have been recast, but a lot of the other original cast members, not Tim Curry, but a lot of the original cast members from the Rocky Horror Picture Show are in it, including Richard O'Brien, who wrote the Rocky Horror Show and the Rocky Horror Picture Show and starred as Riff Raff in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's in this, as well, we'll just let you pick everybody else out. Like, I'm not gonna say, look who it is. Anyway, yeah, I can't think of another reason to wait. This movie is great. Also, it's horrible. It's everything. It's everything you could possibly want for a Saturday night. I think this is coming out on a Friday, but it doesn't really matter. It's time for the weekend, and everybody's working for the weekend. Okay, so it is the musical film Shock Treatment. Let's see what we got. Yay. Lou Adler. He was wacky. Musical by Richard O'Brien. So there you go.
Once upon a time, in a town,
Clifty Young, Jessica Harper. They are Brad and Janet, respectively. Patricia Quinn and Richard O'Brien. Charles Gray. Little Nell. Ruby Wax. Barry Humphries. Also known as Dame Edna.
He wanted to share his fast philosophy with someone else. A beautiful girl. Trouble was, she was in the arms of another man.
This is directed by Jim Sherman, I believe, the same guy who directed the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And he's directed a lot of other stuff since then. Stuff that you've seen that you didn't realize that was him. Just saying. Now, if you at any moment think that you want to yell at the screen, feel free. Whoops!
Good luck, honey.
Come on, Connie!
It's all right, Brad. Everything's gonna be all right.
It's our Brad and Janet. Don't try and make any sense out of any of this movie. Just have fun. Just go along for the ride. Maybe some edibles wouldn't go wrong. You know, like cookies and stuff. Brownies.
You'll find happy hearts and smiling faces.
You will.
And tolerance for the ethnic races.
They're gonna be tolerated.
In Denton.
Denton is a real okay town.
I don't know what's up with his hand. There's like, this is how he makes an okay. It's weird. That is Ralph Hapshat from the opening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Same actor. Oh, I'm so happy I can shit. Poor Brad. There's Betty, played by American Ruby Wax. She's very big and famous in England.
Judge Oliver Wright.
You remember him? It's just let's jump to the left.
Judge Wright,
Mm-hmm.
did you enjoy our anthem?
It was shit. Oh, okay.
I detect a note of reticence. Are you perhaps one of those amongst us who feel this emotive form of presentation is overly manipulative?
Well, Betty, there are many ways that the spider may catch the fly. There are monetary and judicial...
So, still listen to everything Judge Wright says in the background of this. Hilarious.
I'm exhausted working on this documentary for Farley's new show.
Blackmail.
Farley Flavors, Ernest Johnson. I tell you, Janet, that guy's as close as we'll come to a successful man in this town.
And lies.
And lies.
Oliver Wright. And now for a commercial break. Okay, kids, let's hear the 5 F's.
I know them. Do you?
F for Farley. F for Flavor. F for Fabulous. F for and F for
First and foremost, Farley Flavors
Fabulous fast foods feed and fortify families for a fabulous future. Strike that dossier.
Thank you so much, Judge Wright, for another wonderful interview.
Judge Wright. Oh, come on, Betty. First name club, surely, huh?
Oh, Oliver, you're so tolerant. Want some coffee break before you rush off?
I'd love to. That is, if you don't mind being seen with an older man.
Why, Oliver, since Ralph and I separated, maturity is something I look for in a man.
That and a big dick, I guess. What are we supposed to yell after that?
Keep up that high standard of interview, and I'm going to have to include you in Farley's documentary. You're so probing.
You think that's bad? Everything's free there. Barry Humphries.
A leap in the dark.
Dame Edna.
Better go check on the Bert. Otherwise,
Fabulous Australian. He's also blind. It's weird.
3 seconds.
Thank you, welcome, thank you. Before we start, I want to say one or two words about tomorrow night's great new show, the Faith Factory Show. And as a matter of fact, we have in the studio audience tonight the host and his lovely co-host. Give a big hand, please, to Ralph Hapschatt and the vivacious Maisie Struthers.
hey, Ralph!
Let's get a camera in there, for heaven's sake. Over the moon about that commercial, Macy.
Thanks, Bert.
Got a good show lined up for us tomorrow night, Ralph.
Oh, you bet, Bert.
Good. I'm gonna be there. We are viewers.
Macy Struthers with my
I love his makeup.
must have been blind.
That dark line.
The weaker the man,
That's what I need.
the dumber the blonde.
Brad and Janet Major sitting in the audience. What an ideal couple they are. You know, more than anyone else in Denton, they represent the old values. Ike would have been proud of them.
Ike.
That's us, Brad.
Come on, what's cooking up there? Come on down, you guys. Let's feel you.
I'm not going, Janet.
We've got to. Everyone's watching.
If you haven't seen this, and you're a big fan of Rocky Horror, you might be put off a little bit by the recasting of these guys, but
Introduce yourselves.
give it a minute. It'll be fine. You'll be okay.
And this is my husband, Brad.
Why, he looks just like Brad.
Haven't we seen it?
Yes, he needs help.
Let's face it, Janet. Brad's an emotional cripple.
I know.
It looks like rest home for this stupid old marriage, eh? Tell me, Janet, you watched Denton Vale?
Yes, I caught it
Once or twice.
That's right. DTV's most popular hospital series featuring those perennial favorites, Nation and Cosmo McKinley, neuro specialist par excellence. I recommend, if you'll pardon my French, Janet, that you send Brad to them for treatment.
Oh my god, I think he's wearing the same glasses I am.
Boring, but neurospecialists. That sounds
No use pussyfooting around, Janet. We have to cut quick and deep. Wait, we'll be right back to see if Brad and Janet want to play your parts.
Rick Mayall, rest in peace, has a small role in this film too.
You bought me a present. What is it? What do you do with it? No, don't tell me, I'll guess. It's a telescope. A telescope with a mouse in it. Millions! Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Hello, Rhiannon. Are you glad you could come to the party? Here, have a drink, Mousy. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, it's gone all big. I'll get a tissue, it's all right. It's all right, there's a whole box of them in here. They're called... I think I better go to the laboratory.
I loved him, especially on the young ones.
Hey, folks, it's Ricky from the restaurant.
Hey, Bert.
Hey, Ricky.
I've come for Mr. Majors.
Brad will learn how to care in a surgical chair.
Nothing serious, I hope.
Oh, no, just a routine checkup.
Just a routine checkup, viewers.
He's also in An American Werewolf in London, and he was also in a show with Adrian Edmondson called
As are we all.
Dentonvale.
called
The Arrival. Introducing Brad and...
see, Richard O'Brien,
Mr. and Mrs. Majors, how wonderful to
Patricia
see you.
Quinn.
I'm Dr. Cosmo McKinley, and this is my sister and colleague, Dr. Nation McKinley.
We understand you've been going through a rather...
They're totally still riffraff and magenta.
Now listen, there's nothing really wrong with me. Janet and I haven't been getting along too well lately, and I've had a little trouble.
Oh, does he do this often?
No.
Good. Then there's still hope. Lots and lots of hope.
If anyone can help Brad, we can.
Well, he does need help.
Ah, Nurse Anselon, you've arrived.
Columbia.
That was real short notice because the other monkeys... Attend to Mr. Majors, nurse.
There are just one or two formalities that have to be dealt with, Mrs. Majors.
Life contract.
To be signed.
Can I do that later, please?
Of course you can, Mrs. Majors. Sign the contract tomorrow.
Mrs. Majors, just one or two details. Does Brad have any living relatives? Any blood relatives?
No, he doesn't. Could I take care of this later?
Of course.
Why did you tell me not to sign now?
Wow, that's where you get the first day free.
I'm sorry I got here so late because the other monkeys. And we never hear the rest of that sentence.
Congratulations, and it's happy home to Harry and Emily Weiss of Denham.
Weiss.
She got it.
She got it.
Infantile regression. Your speciality.
I can't wait to begin on him. Really, Bert, I don't know what we'd do without you.
I must confess, the decision to have Brad committed was not strictly my own.
No, of course, there's Janet. But if she was so keen on getting him in here, why wouldn't she sign the contract?
No, it wasn't Janet exactly. It was, in fact, your new sponsor.
Sponsor?
Denton Vale has been sold.
Sold?
Dear Bert settled everything.
Yeah, you endorse his Faith Factory, and he endorses your research. Hey,
dare this person take advantage of my weakness?
I don't think he intends to go that far.
Oh, my poor baby. I know, baby. He's gonna get all the help he needs. But in the meantime, look for you. Because a new look at an old favorite. I copied it from the window on the World Show. The Far East meets the Midwest. Mom, it's just what the doctor ordered. I know. Come on in. My favorite show just started. What show? Bentonville.
Her odd American accent's fantastic.
Love starts in the home, and where better to find this than in today's Happy Home with guest star Janet.
Cornflakes.
You're sick and tired of having the goodness boiled away out of your coffee. Replace that old perk of yours with a coffee maker of prestigious distinction.
Everything's a commercial.
With a coffee maker that says it all.
Oh, thanks.
When that man of yours comes in from the big outdoors with a burning thirst that only Lake Michigan could satisfy, make sure there's a cold can of Troutmeister Light in the icebox. He'll thank you for it, and he'll thank Troutmeister.
Troutmeister.
Oh, for crying out loud, Emily, leave her alone. She's not a kid.
Well, I wanted to see her in it. It's really very nice. The material is imported. Taiwanese.
Taiwanese.
Not interested.
What are you trying to do, Harry? Start an argument? Don't you want your daughter to look pretty?
She got to look pretty for.
She's got a husband.
She's got a weirdo.
I've never been able to have a nervous breakdown.
Poor Brad.
Poor Brad.
Born an orphan. Would have killed his parents. Thank goodness he hasn't ended up like that Slipstreamy boy.
Oh no.
What are you talking about? Danny Slipstreamy's a chip off the old block. I played 18 holes of golf with his father just last week, and Hank says that Danny's moved to New York to better himself.
He moved all right. And they found him at the back of Wilson's Bakery. Naked. With 15 other men.
I want to catch up on a few jobs that need doing outside.
You shouldn't have said that. Why?
This is what Brits think of Americans, and they're not far off. For his own damn sake. This is an incredible misogynistic, homophobic song. It's hysterical. It's supposed to be. They know that. It was written by a trans person. Huck another jock's tools. Uh-oh.
Are maggots.
Oh boy. I have to bleep out that one word there.
You know, I find it remarkable that his fave factory is being financed by an entire nation's indigestion. Who do you think gave you the next episode?
I never realized, but he has a smile like Dennis Quaid. Just like splits his skull in half. Seriously, this whole movie is full of performance where the actors pretend like they know what they're doing, because they honestly don't. They don't. They said so. I'll put a clip here.
I do have to admit this, that Barry Humphries and I were in the dressing room, and Barry Humphries turned to me and he said, Pat, yeah. He said, do you know what this is about? No, I replied, and got on with my job.
See, Patricia Quinn had no idea what was going on. None of them did. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt anything.
Oh, Ralph!
Yeah?
Shove it!
Oh, you shove it too, Betty.
Alimony is just another word for rape. Conspiracy is right. The Denton dossier is
Closed.
Dentonville. Special guest star, Janet Majors.
Janet!
I've come to see Brad.
That's out of the question. He's sleeping like a baby.
I think it's interesting how her color palette is so pink.
Are you happy?
Well, I'm happy.
There are countless people in this world, Janet, who believe that they're happy.
But they only think they're happy.
Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
This, Mike. Janet.
Janet.
And a big Denton welcome to my new delegation. This is Farley. I'm here with a score. We're going to package and sell some mental health for the nation with my dream of the girl next door.
I know too much. I know way too much about this. Patricia Quinn is giving, you're about to get it, total magenta here in a second. This next one. Totally Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I just love home movies, don't you?
Do it right, Janet. Until tomorrow night, Janet.
Well, Farley Flavors is fairly flattering.
Brad is harboring deep feelings of hostility towards you, Janet. It's classical. Almost a textbook case.
Oh, no!
That's an extremely...
I don't know what Bert is doing back there.
Is it because I'm becoming too popular?
On the contrary, Janet. He wants to see your ratings soar. He needs a woman of exceptional desirability.
So you see?
I love those candles too. Those are kind of Rocky Horror-ish. Sounds like choking herself.
Oliver,
Yes, Betty?
are you spoken for this evening? Could I just peep in on Brad before I go home? Home? Home.
This is the nerve center of operations, Janet. You must stay here tonight. That way we can all be together when Mr. Sun paints us a new day with his golden brush.
Morning?
Oh, yes, I'll put up all the pillows and change
Lock up for the night.
Okay.
That voice, man. Wow. One of the best, most absurd non sequiturs is coming up. It's one of my all-time favorites in college. I used to just say it. When somebody didn't make any sense. It's like JFK at Christmas.
He went like one that hath been stunned and is of sense forlorn. A sadder
Okay, here it
and
comes.
a wiser man, he rose the morrow morn.
Does this bird belong to you?
Maybe there's a joke in the Mariner somewhere. I have no idea. But we used to say, "Hey, lady, does this bird belong to you?" Because, you know, you never get the quote right. Anytime somebody said something wrong, that's what we'd say. Oh, hello, Mom. There's another one. I don't know why.
Are you decent, Janet?
Now, he's blind. Right? So, what exactly is going on here?
Nice to see you up and about. Max waiting in the wardrobe, Janet. Care to join me in a non-sex act?
Care to join me in a non-sex act? Okay, this is this movie's time warp. Allegedly. Because it has instructions. That's really the only reason. I mean, it's not like it's a dance.
Good morning.
You can use the breakfast show to knock Denton dead. Do you really think so? Everybody needs you. But what'll I do?
See that big long pause there. Everybody's had you. I mean, you know, there's got to be somebody we were all supposed to yell something there.
Well, first you go rip, rip, rip. Then you go snip, snip, snip. Then you whip it up, zip, zip, zip. And split it up to the hip, hip, hip.
But there's no real dance. That really kind of baby. Rocky Horror. At the end of Sweet Transvestite, that pose. Just everything Barry Humphries does in this movie makes me giggle.
We've got the band and dancers and Dry Eyes standing by. Betty Hatchat is indisposed, so Macy will have to do the introductions.
Oh, I don't need introductions.
The fabulous.
The golden.
The very wonderful.
I knew it. Janet, 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 Janet!
Lucky star, 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 star.
Farley gets quite excited. Watch out for the UFO! Say something in French. What does it mean? That bass player. I mean, come on. That bass player was super hot. And to do more, I'm famous. Farley.
How's Brad? Well, if he caught my act, he'll be looking good. It seems I'm his medicine, so we're off to give him another spoonful.
That costume lady
We gotta freshen up.
is wearing a piece from Columbia's costume, I believe.
What's happening here? Janet's on the breakfast show. Brad's committed to a Nowhere series, and we've been...
Written out?
Dentondale. The Mission of Mercy. Starring the increasingly popular Janet Majors.
Hi, Mommy.
He says that like he's surprised.
Hi, Brad. I've just come to tell you how fabulous I am.
What a lovely day. Oh, Mac just whipped up this little crowd pleaser.
You're practically naked.
Well, I can't wear anything under it, Daddy. It would spoil the line.
Oh, Janet, how can you say such things? Look at Brad. Look what they've done to him.
Are you the doctor? Yes. There's going to have to be an investigation. There are regulations about this sort of thing.
It's for his own good.
Hoopla, Janet! Sweetie!
I adore that
Great danger of doing himself a mischief.
We only want what's best for him. Parents, you must understand.
No, I don't. Brad doesn't need to be trussed up like a turkey. There are drugs to keep him quiet.
We use them, all of them.
And none of them worked?
No.
Well, double the strength.
We did.
We know our job.
We also know how you feel. We're not strangers to confusion.
Exactly.
We're not confused.
I am, goddammit. You trust Brad with this crowd pleaser?
I feel a title song coming on.
You need a bit of get you jumping like a
Oh my god, he's cured! Don't blow your last resistor for a sister that'll certify ya.
Look at that! Bert Schnick's dancing! Bert can sing!
Macabre, isn't it?
The blind leading the blind.
Oh, do I get one of those?
Yes, of course you do. Of course.
You sure do. I almost just put my fingers straight up my nose.
Macy, why don't you take Janet and help her freshen up before the rehearsal?
Oh.
Could you tell our viewers what exactly you will be representing tonight? Sanity for today. Wow.
Wow, Sanity.
DTV's newest star. Okay, guys, let's move on.
How's Brad?
He's a wreck.
Check. The quacks are willing tools.
Ah, the cracks are fools.
You know, I wouldn't mind doing Janet one or two favors.
It's time to check with flavors.
Why that rhymes, nobody knows.
Shoot.
Here's this weird song in the background called Carte Blanche. It's on the soundtrack.
If I have to chill to do it. I'll make the pathetic little crow.
It sounds like it's sung by chickens. Snowballs and set you free.
I'm wasting my time.
Oh.
To be with my people.
Oh. This is Janet. She's a phenomenon.
Clothes are real neat.
No, I don't know what Janet's next move will be, but you can be sure of one thing. It all starts right here.
Thank you.
Right here.
Ralph Hatchat and Macy.
Oh boy. Doo-doo.
I've just come to tell you how fabulous I am.
Watch this. Why? Why are these things happening?
Face it, Janet. Brad's an emotional cripple. Quite frankly.
He hates you.
Time's tight, Janet. Do it right, Janet. Until tonight. Janet.
I've just come to tell you how fabulous I am.
I'm looking for love. I'm looking for treasure.
Space Invaders. Everybody is playing Space Invaders. I don't know why. Girl, she's not looking for trade.
You've got guests.
Guests.
You can come in now.
Hi, Janet.
How are you feeling?
How are you?
The band.
Do you have any friends?
Sure.
You won't have soon. What do you call your band?
Oscar drill and the bits.
Why are we waiting?
It'll make you feel a whole lot better.
amateurs. Twin 1, downtown adoption. Twin 2, uptown adoption. Oh, that bass player.
Where are we going? To a family reunion.
Seducer! And who are you, sir? Your twin brother and your accuser.
Brad,
Arrest that man who's committed to our care.
I never signed your contract.
He's not going anywhere.
Revenge your twin. You tried to abuse her.
A ridiculous
Accusation. Force me to refuse her.
Then why did you choose her?
Because of you, sir.
You're a loser.
I think that when lines don't make any sense at all, well, and also when they rhyme, they're really easy to remember.
Take no notice of him. He's mad.
I don't know what that song has to do with anything in the plot. Okay, how about that last few bars of the song? Can we have that? Thank you. I was missing it. Out! Out! One of those guys looks like George Burns. Mm.
and the crowd are loving it as they follow her down the Denton Vale Trail.
Hey, look.
They're having a party! This song doesn't make any sense either. None of these songs make any sense. Now they're just singing about having sex. Not for any reason at all.
The sun never sets on those who ride into it.
We just gotta keep going.
Well. That was shock treatment. Do you feel shocked? Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I always do. Honestly, the very first time I saw this movie, I was in the 11th grade. It was... I just got in a car around my 17th birthday. I bought the record before I saw the movie, so I knew some of the music already. When I came out of this movie, I came out like, what the fuck was that shit? And then I went to college. I might have seen this more than once. I know I went to a midnight screening of it when I was in college at the University of Evansville. When I just something about it kept me going back to it. The music is fun. The lines are fun, even though they're completely absurd. Does this bird belong to you? Their monetary inducements. I mean, that just Farley Flavors fabulous fast foods feed and fortify families for a fabulous future. What's that? Farley Flavors fabulous. Is it fabulous? Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. All I'm saying is these things just kept getting stuck in my head, and I kept, going. I was actually supposed to be in a shadow cast for this at midnights in Evansville. Back then, they were trying to do Lee International Film Studios in London. So there you go. And we were gonna it was just too disorganized. So I ended up quitting that and not going back to do it. I was like, because I was in school for actual theater, so I really didn't want to stand in front of a screen and pretend, and just didn't sound like fun to me. And I don't know who I would have played in this anyway when I was 19 years old. So whatever, I let him down. Meh. That was 40 years ago or something. 480 billion years ago. But anyway, just the story of how it got made also is very interesting. Sue Blaine, the costumer from the Rocky, it's all the Rocky Horror Picture Show staff as well. So the same costumer. When they thought they were going to shoot it in Texas, they were going to shoot this movie in Denton, Texas. So I don't know what the screenplay was at that point. It wasn't this, but they had all these songs. So they left the songs in, and you know, you get the bouillabaisse or whatever it is of this crazy smorgasbord. But anyway, Sue Blaine did go all around the United States. She says the Middle West, but she was in Texas, so I don't think she knows what. I think she was confused about what's what in the United States. A lot of Europeans are. They don't get it, and that's fine. They're used to, you know, countries being this big, not, you know, Texas being as big as half of Europe. So anyway, they did go to secondhand stores and they bought all those clothes and shipped them all back when they realized they were going to have to shoot in London. So all those clothes did come from Texas. Yeah, so anyway, that's basically it. I still love Cliff DeYoung in this and Jessica Harper. I think the cast is great. It was fun that they got Ralph Hapschatt back, the original one from the opening scene of the Rocky Horror Picture Show that was like done 8 years before this or something. I don't know why that happened. Whoops. Wait. Okay, that's a little better. I hope you enjoyed whatever this was, because I had to edit it and I don't know what it's going to be like because it's a musical. Issues. So please do what? Subscribe, like, and hit the little bell icon so that you never miss one of my uploads. I hope you like my my blue dew and my regular glasses. Normally I wear my reading glasses because I'm close to everything and it's easier for me to see. But today I thought, I'm just going to do something special. I'll see you next time. I'm doing Mondays and Fridays, so you should have no problem finding new stuff then. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Wrong hand. Bye. Oops, I gotta push this. Bye.